The time has come. This is the phase they rarely prepare you for. We're entering the final stage of Mercury retrograde, and many aren't prepared for what lies ahead. Don't expect a smooth touchdown. The final 24 hours before Mercury stations direct represent the most turbulent, energetically volatile part of the entire cycle. Everyone knows about Mercury retrograde, but few discuss its aftermath. While the retrograde may conclude tomorrow, any unresolved matters will follow you forward. Here's the crucial truth. Your actions, words, commitments, and avoidances today don't simply vanish when Mercury turns direct. They become sealed and transition into your next energetic phase. That's precisely why certain actions must be taken before this retrograde concludes, or you'll experience the ripple effects for weeks to come. There's also a specific emotional response that might surface unexpectedly today, and if it does, pay attention because I'll reveal the deeper meaning behind it later. But before we get there, there's a common misconception you've likely heard that needs addressing, and if you don't recognize it for what it is, you might miss this transformative opportunity entirely. Mercury retrograde wasn't designed to destroy you. It was meant to reveal you. Many perceive Mercury retrograde as a curse, a cosmic punishment. But what if that's not the truth? What if it's actually the most profound audit of your existence? This isn't about weathering the storm. It's about understanding where the chaos manifests within you and taking decisive action. This retrograde illuminated where you speak without listening, where you dodge truth, where your boundaries remain flexible. That wasn't an assault, it was a reflection. Now you stand at the precipice of something significant the moment before conclusion. This is your opportunity to cement your new standard. The fear is merely background noise. The true power lies in deciding who you become beyond this point. You weren't meant to avoid chaos, you were meant to become its master. Here's an unconventional suggestion for the end of Mercury retrograde. Deliberately create disorder. Yes, literally generate symbolic chaos. Scatter your clothes, write meaningless scribbles, unfold every piece of clean laundry, spill water intentionally, then clean it all with mindful attention and presence. Why? Because this isn't just an eccentric exercise, it's a spiritual practice. Since childhood, we've been conditioned to fear mistakes, messiness, and being wrong. But in these final retrograde hours, you're invited to rewrite that story. Creating intentional chaos sends a message to the universe. I am fearless. I know how to restore balance. I remember my creative power. This controlled disorder speaks volumes more than mere affirmations. It's tangible proof, energy in action, a declaration. I don't fear misalignment. I know my center. This has been the essence of this retrograde. Confronting your inner chaos, choosing composure over panic, organizing, purifying, and shaping it. Because until you learn to hold chaos gently, it will grip you tightly and not in the way you'd want. Having demonstrated your ability to balance the wild, the true challenge begins. The veil remains open, the lights still shine, you're surrounded by support. As we approach the final hours before Mercury stations direct, something else is occurring, invisible but palpable. In the quiet, you're being observed spiritually, energetically, intuitively, not in an unsettling way, but in a cosmic sense. Your guides, ancestors, and higher self hover near, monitoring your movements, thoughts, and responses, not to judge, but to evaluate. They're watching. What lessons have you absorbed? What did you avoid? What did you break down? And what did you reconstruct? Because right now, they're determining your next unlocked potential, the blessings you're prepared for, the timelines you've earned access to. This isn't random, it's a sacred checkpoint. It's not about perfection, it's about awareness, presence, and conscious power. Tonight, act as if your higher self walks beside you, because they do. Speak like someone who understands their words, carry energy, think like someone whose thoughts shape reality, move like someone being evaluated for alignment. Simply embody the version of yourself that already knows they're becoming. This night serves as a mirror. Its reflection becomes your next path. Certain words connect to windows, and this one draws to a close. Some actions only work when timed perfectly, and whether by fate, alignment, or something deeper, that time is now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when convenient. During this Mercury retrograde, many have held back words, trapped emotions in their throats, buried feelings beneath logic, suspended decisions in silence. But here's what few realize: the conclusion of Mercury retrograde creates a golden window for expression, and that window is closing. If something needs saying, release it. Perhaps it's a truth you've repeatedly swallowed, a message drafted but never sent, or a confession rehearsed but never voiced. This is your moment. Keeping it inside now will create a louder echo than speaking imperfectly. Not everything requires perfect phrasing. Some things simply need release. Spiritually, prolonged silence becomes a burden. This isn't about impulsiveness, it's about alignment. Right now, the cosmos offers a rare permission slip to let truth flow freely. Express what's been residing in your soul to someone, to yourself, to the universe, because if you don't, that unexpressed energy might lock into your next cycle like a persistent ghost. Speak now before silence consumes it completely. What you released wasn't failure, it was a seed awaiting new light. Mercury retrograde is known for disruption. It causes people to doubt their inspiration, question their plans, and postpone things that once excited them. But that doesn't mean what you let go was wrong. Retrograde doesn't destroy what's meant for you. It pauses it, refines it, makes you prove your dedication. Now, before Mercury moves direct, you have a unique opportunity to reflect and ask, what did I abandon prematurely? Perhaps it was the unshared post, the half-developed business idea, or even the conversation you planned but never initiated. Now's the time to bring it back into focus and reassess. Does it still resonate? Does it feel vital? Or has the energy shifted completely? The universe pauses the rhythm so you can determine which melody still deserves your dance. This isn't about forcing old timelines. It's about recognizing what still holds power, what still belongs in your journey. Choose one thing you set aside during retrograde. Examine it with fresh perspective. If it ignites something genuine, don't wait for perfect alignment. Move now, because when Mercury resumes, you want to be in motion already. What you engage with today manifests as tomorrow's reality. This is the crucial element that solidifies everything. We're in the malleable moment. What you touch now, your thoughts, actions, energy, will crystallize once Mercury shifts direct. This is a moment of spiritual solidification, and most people sleepwalk through it. The final 24 hours of Mercury retrograde aren't the conclusion, they're the impression. Here's the reality: if you invest your energy in negativity, chaos, mindless scrolling, or low vibrations now, that sets the tone for your next cycle. Not as punishment, but because this window locks in your frequency. The positive aspect, that's where the power lies. If you focus on clarity, approach your intentions mindfully, organize your mental space, vocalize your goals, meditate on your worth, you're consciously programming your next chapter. Light a candle, document the idea, revisit the plan, have the conversation, touch objects representing growth. Speak to your future self as if they're present. Everything you physically or emotionally engage with today votes for your future reality. Don't let it drift into autopilot. Don't dismiss today as insignificant, because tomorrow the portal closes and the energy you embodied will unfold like a planted seed, intentional or not. So choose wisely, act consciously. This is how futures are crafted. Tears don't signal breaking, they indicate release. Remember when I mentioned a specific emotional reaction might surface today and that it's actually positive? This is it. Today's emotions carry a different quality. It's not mere moodiness or stress. It's deeper, like your body holds something invisible seeking surface expression. You might navigate your day normally, then suddenly encounter it. A throat tightness, eye pressure. It defies logical explanation, but something within knows it's time for release. And this isn't random emotion, this is movement. The final retrograde hours stir your deepest emotional layers. Consider it an energetic cleanse. Unaddressed matters surface, not as punishment, but to release what shouldn't continue forward. These tears don't require explanation or justification. Their presence indicates release. Fighting them only amplifies their intensity, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Your system releases something your conscious mind might not even remember storing. When this pressure releases, when it flows, your entire timeline lightens. That's why today's tears feel different. They're not just emotional, they're spiritual. They're your system's reset. You might cry for seemingly healed wounds or unrecognized hurts. You might experience waves of memory, confusion, then peace. That's the process completing itself. Allowing these tears isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's your body declaring, this chapter ends here. Because what's coming can't build on suppressed energy. The future cycle needs space, and that space is being cleared now. So if it comes, if you feel it rising, don't resist, don't judge. Let it wash over you like a message returning to the sea. Each tear carries a story away, and fewer old stories mean more room for new beginnings. Tomorrow isn't just another day, it's your energetic launching point. When Mercury stations direct, it's more than a celestial shift. It's a momentum change you'll feel deeply. You might not see visible signs, but your energy field will recognize the difference. The current flows forward again, carrying whatever you hold in mind, body, and space. This determines what moves forward or stays behind. That's why tomorrow morning transcends ordinary time. It's the energetic first impression of your next chapter. Most will scroll past it. They'll enter the day distracted, caught in yesterday's rhythm, missing the spiritual significance of this moment, but not you, because if you felt the pressure, the inner stirring, the emotional turbulence of recent weeks, it served a purpose. It was preparation. Life slowed you down enough to see necessary changes, shifts, and alignments. Now tomorrow becomes your entry point. So move purposefully, not perfectly, not with forced confidence, but with quiet knowing that your energy matters because it does. Tomorrow morning's thoughts leave impressions. What you choose to engage with, even minimally, creates ripples. Because what's about to unfold won't just shape your path, it might reveal it. And once revealed, it can't be unseen. Are you prepared for what awaits? If you've stayed with me, thank you for your attention. If this resonated, please consider subscribing. Your support means everything. Share your experiences or thoughts below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more enlightening content.